This is like my first official sketchbook tour video for you guys. I recently finished this sketchbook and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna do a sketchbook flip through for you. I like some of the pages in here, not all of them, they're not all great. But I mean, that's how all artists are, right? We love some pages, we hate some pages, even if they're not bad. You know, some we vibe with, some we don't. So I'm gonna flip my camera top down so that I can flip through here and show you these fun pages. Hope you guys like this sketchbook tour. Okay, here we go. Here's my sketchbook. You can see some of the stickers that I've got on it. I've got my emotional support sketchbook. Some of my paintings that I did for the zoo. These ones are not actually in my shop. I don't know why, I just never listed them. But this one is. It's a favorite of mine. Okay, so let's do the flip through. These are random little puzzle stickers that came out of a puzzle, obviously. And I just stuck them in there because I thought they were cute. So fun fact is I always skip this very first page. I usually write the date on here, which I need to do now that I finished it, just when I started and when I finished it. I need to write that in there. But I always skip the first page. And then I started this one in May in Colorado. So you're probably gonna see a lot of like mountain desert inspired sketches in here. That's why I started with some cactus. So I was in Southwest Colorado. You've got a couple of different cactus here. It was also spring, so the Indian paintbrushes and bluebonnets were blooming. I do really love how this girl turned out. Clearly I was testing some of my pens here. Also, I don't know if you can see it in this video here, but I've got some metallic paints in here. Can you see the shine? Also, I was doing a challenge about different pollinators on Instagram. And so I started doing these black and white sort of minimal line art illustrations, which turned into this whole series. But for the challenge, I just started with pollinators. So I've got a little bee and a little butterfly, and I was just filling them with some different flowers. A couple more pollinators, I got a hummingbird and a bat. Honestly, I really love this style, which is funny because I also love color. So doing these is a bit of a challenge for me. Not using color, just using a drawing pen. And my last pollinator for that challenge was this little beetle. And then I was like, you know what, I should do more in this style. So I drew a cat, which is funny because I never draw cats. Cats are hard and I'm a dog person. This one's also pretty shiny. This one, I was in Manitou Springs this day. See right here, Manitou. So I was hanging out at some cafes, just sketching, enjoying a cup of tea. Just sketching in public, which is hard for my introvert self because people always come up to me and ask me what I'm doing. But I've gotten over that fear. Most people just want to compliment you. So I just kind of awkwardly say thank you and then they continue on. But it was something I had to work on. This was also in Manitou Springs. I was sitting at Soda Springs Park right by this little creek and just sketching. I brought my Tombow markers landscape palette. So that's what all of this is here. I don't know, tell me for future sketchbook tours, do you want me to talk more about the mediums that I used? These are mostly watercolor. This was obviously pen and ink. Do you want me to talk more about that? Let me know. Dual brush pens. I like this girl, but she's always felt a bit unfinished to me. Like, I don't know if she needs some metallic paints or what, but she feels like she needs some pizzazz. I love this little cactus flower. Then I went back to some minimal black and white line drawings. These are both sticker designs in my shop now. Actually, all of these black and white drawings are. These tiny stars, they take so long to draw, but I mean, I do love how they turn out. Okay, for this girl, I was actually in Pensacola for the day by myself, just killing time, and I went to the art museum there. It was actually a free museum day, so that worked out really well. And they had sketchbooks by the artist who painted the famous Great Wave painting. They actually had some of the sketchbooks there. So while I was killing time in the museum, I had my sketchbook with me, so I just sat down in the corner of the museum and it's like, you know what, I'm gonna paint the Great Wave and do something inspired by that. More metallics here. This was just a fun one. I wanted to do something inspired by music. She's got her earbuds. Okay, and now we've made it to Utah. Back at the end of September, I was in Utah and I brought my sketchbook. So this page, honestly, I don't love it. I saved it by adding all this metallic. I love it now that I have the metallic. Did not love it before. I don't know if you've ever hiked to Arches, but I was sick during this trip, so I was not at my best. I was not 100%. And then the hike up to the arch, we did it during the middle of the day. The sun was at its highest. It was honestly not my best hike, not my best moment because I was sick. But you're in Utah, you're at Arches National Park. How can you not hike to see Delicate Arch? So I did that. I brought along my markers, and even though I did not feel very good, I still took a few minutes. I took like maybe 3 minutes when we were at the top of the trail staring at the amazing Delicate Arch. And I just took a few minutes to like really quickly sketch out Delicate Arch with my dual brush pens. It was not a pretty sketch, but I did it. I'm happy about that. And then when I got back to our Airbnb, I kind of finished it off with some metallic watercolors. And then this one I did for a Tombow project because it was October. I love these little bats. We were in Utah, so I was doing some sketching inspired by the local landscapes. This was Bridal Veil Falls. This was just on the Alpine Loop, and the fall colors were just amazing. Some more of the little black and white line art sketches. Did a little hedgehog, which I just thought was fun. I mean, it's unusual, you know, not one of my normal bear drawings. And a little beaver next to a river. And again, while we were in Utah, the fall colors were spectacular. So I wanted to draw some of the aspens and maples while we were there. These are both watercolor and marker. So this is mostly watercolor. This one was mostly drawing pens and dual brush pens. You can see some of the little marker dabs. And I did a version of maple leaves, just a plain leaf, and then one, I don't know if you can tell, but in my mind, it's both a maple leaf and a maple tree inside of the maple leaf. So my intention was to make the leaf lines also like the tree stump. So that was my intention with that one. Tombow released a limited edition dual brush pen set with these colors that I thought were like fun. I love pinks. I rarely use yellows or neutrals. So I was kind of just challenging myself with these, doing a fall doodle spread and then just drawing a croissant because I thought it was cute. That's all the reason I need, right? And I don't know if you know this about me, but I love roller skating. So my mom and I go to the rink a lot, and then I thought, what if I just drew a couple different skate designs? Maybe I'll turn them into stickers. I think I'm gonna turn this one into stickers. I don't like this at all. I put gold metallic paint on it to try and save it. That's kind of my go-to. Let me save this painting by making it shiny. I don't know, did it work? Still don't like it. Another line art drawing. I love horses. I love horse art. I don't draw it very often because I feel like horses are also kind of hard to draw. Like getting their proportions right is a struggle for me. I don't know why I skipped this page. I think I was gonna do another black and white minimal line drawing here, but I wasn't ready, so I just skipped it and I never went back to it. Maybe I should do that. Just a few more fun doodles. This sketchbook has such a variety of styles in it. I've got minimal, I've got like watercolor landscapes, I've got doodles, more like impressionist abstract things. I love just playing and experimenting. How can you not love Mudang? Another unfinished page, but I don't want to finish it, so I'm calling the sketchbook done anyhow. I was swatching my paints. I love making color swatches. Another line drawing of a sea turtle. I still need to make this one a sticker. This one was a special commission for my local zoo. They have a 113-year-old Aldabra tortoise right there, obviously. And they asked if I could create some custom stickers for their gift shop. So I drew this turtle. The sticker is actually just the turtle itself. It doesn't have all the rest of these embellishments. But when I was drawing this sketchbook page, I was like, oh, she needs little stars. And sometimes I like to swatch my paints here. I like to see all the colors together. just for fun. And the last spread in my sketchbook are just these pumpkins that I was playing around with one day because I like fall. I like pumpkins. So that's it. I've got a couple Colorado stickers in the back pocket here. Don't ask me why. And yeah, that's it for my sketchbook tour. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what you think.